Hello, everyone. Welcome to my final video about interculturality through music. My name is Anely Gutierrez Pineda, and my tutor is Shelly Garcia Galvan. I'm going to present my project. The setting was in public high school, Cebati 132. It's located in the center of Hermosillo, Sonora. The purpose of the project is to develop cultural awareness in our students. I wanted them to hear music and sounds and genres from other states, countries, and genres all over the world that they are recognized for most people. And I wanted them to practice with the 4 skills of language. The student's profile is students from 15 to 17 years old. I work with one particular group of 33 students in the afternoon shift. In the afternoon shift, there is a bit of difference from the morning because over here we are dealing with drug problems, drug abuse, violent acts, disrespectful students for authorities at school and in their families. And we are having many problems. And I think that one of those problems is the music they listen to. They're not hearing to positive music. The structure of the lesson plan has 7 sessions of 1 hour each. And as I was telling, the main problem is that students are not having positive influences right now in their lives. The assessment will be done in 3 areas, and we're having some major activities like a TikTok video where they talk about benefits of music, an artist rubric that grades an artist presentation, and the final project. What are corridos? Okay, so over here, I'm asking, what is this? Because maybe you don't know. In here, where I live, it's popular music, and it's right now, it's very famous all over the world, and it's coming from Mexico. Before, we saw people wearing these outfits, and now it has changed a lot. The lyrics also, over here I have 2 lyrics, and in bold letters we can find some words that are not positive for students, for teens. Their brains are not mature enough, so they are believing what they are listening, what they are hearing from what they are seeing also in these artists, that they are drinking, that they are consuming drugs. Over here we cannot see, but in his socks we can find some drawings of drugs, luxuries. So my students want this lifestyle. The lesson plan, as I told before, it's about 7 sessions. And in the first session, I sent them a survey through WhatsApp, and they answered what they thought about music, what they liked, didn't like, what they were feeling when they listened to this kind of music and other music as well. First, we started with definitions and information about how music affects our brain. We started with sounds from Mexico, like Chiapas, Veracruz, and then in the second session, we listened to different genres, and they did a timeline where they put the genres there. Then they made a competition, and they passed to the front to do it. In the third session, I gave them some lyrics where they did this little chart where they identified verbs and adjectives from the song and then the message. So students don't listen to that many songs in English because they don't understand every word. And in here, I'm telling them, it doesn't matter. You need to listen to other kinds of music and identify some words, and then you're gonna know that what is the message. Then they investigated through their cell phones using their internet, because in class we don't have internet. They investigated about the artist, the genre, the country where that genre comes from, and they presented it to me. From the 4th to 7th sessions, they picked a little paper from a box, and everyone got a genre. Over here we have 2 students that are presenting dance music. Then they presented an artist, a famous artist from that time, from the 80s, and it was Boy George. Then they presented a song, they played the song, they said the message that he was telling at that time. And here is another student that is presenting alone. Over here, I'm giving feedback for them. And this student is seeing the projector where the rubric is shown. So at every moment, I help them, I guide them, and I use English and a bit of Spanish, and I give them feedback in every step. So what did I learn? Music preferences can be passed on by generations, because in the surveys, a lot of students told me that they were listening to that kind of music because their parents listened to that music. So they don't listen to any other because they say, oh, I like it, and I stay that way. So in here, in my lesson plan, I'm trying to open their minds to other genres, other kinds of music, other lyrics, positive lyrics. The students like the songs because they think they reflect their reality. Corridos talk about people that had nothing, and then they have power and richness, and most of the richness comes from narco-culture. So they are consuming narco-culture as something positive, and it's not. Right now, we're dealing, like I told before, with many drug issues with our teens, and police is coming every day to our school, and it's not giving a positive image towards society. We are appearing in the newspapers, in social media, with a lot of negative information and negative image from the school. With this project, I learned that the school has an important role in music appreciation and culture in general. We don't have enough, we don't give enough importance to the chorus of the school, of the people that play the guitar. So we need them to be more important in the school, to give a positive image, playing other songs. And the school needs to stop inviting bands when there is a Mother's Day event, a students event at the university. Throughout this year, they invited bands that played only corridos, so that it's not positive. So the school needs to stop that. And in the cafeteria, they also play that music for the students. So if we need the behavior of the students to be better, if we want them to be better, then the school needs to give a positive image inside the school. Also, I'm thinking that English teachers have to dedicate some time to show the culture about other countries that speak that language. The best practices during the lesson plan, I think were two. First, the lyrics, because they identified a positive message in them. And the final project, students liked the whole lesson plan, but the final project, they liked it more because they now know about other famous artists didn't know before, about their songs, and also, well, the messages again. Then what did students learn? They now know about other kinds of music, that music is universal and that you can know a different cultures read, and the benefits of music in their brain, in their bodies, because they now know that they can calm themselves with certain kinds of songs and they can sleep with other kinds of songs, that there is not only one genre to follow. Everyone liked the lesson plan. They told me in the last and second survey that I did at the end, 90% of the students told me that they would listen to other genres. I don't believe that at all, but then I did another survey because I wanted more answers, and then I had 100 surveys, and many students told me that they would like to listen other genres, but they don't do it. So the school and English teachers could do something about it. What would I have done differently? I would love to have more time to dedicate to this lesson plan, and I would do small focus groups, more small focus groups to know more information, because many students don't like to say what they think when there are other people that like this music. My experience during this specialization at UBN was that I've learned many things that I didn't know before, and I'm very grateful for it. I know that I need to continue learning, preparing myself to become a better teacher. The challenges that I had, it's like I would like to have more time to study and to dedicate to the readings, but I will continue preparing myself. And something that I struggled a lot is APA. I need to practice more. I didn't know before the specialization, I didn't know about theories. I didn't know about philosophy, teaching philosophy, the identity of a teacher. So my classes haven't changed that much, but what is behind the classes has changed. So now I know more about theories, about authors, about models, and I think that it's really important, and I need to continue investigating and preparing myself. Here are some of the references. Then two suggestions that were made were about the problems and solutions of the lesson plan. Using technology is not something that I do often in my classes because we don't have internet, and then the projectors don't work as well. So I had many problems using technology during this lesson plan, but I tried. And the areas that that were benefited for me with this program, well, I got benefited in every aspect. I know more, and I would like to continue studying, as I said. I know how to create rubrics. I know how to give better classes. I know how to evaluate better my students. So I got benefited in that, and my students as well. I don't consider that I have mastered everything because nobody can, but I will work on myself. And I discovered that I'm very fast at creating lesson plans. I have a lot of ideas, but I need to focus on how to do the references of the sources that I use. And to finish, I have this quote that it says that we are responsible to create our own programming of our minds. We don't need to give that to other people, even if it's family, friends, or music. We need to program our minds ourselves. Thank you very much. Hope you could give me comments in this project. Thank you.